Hi, well, I'm John Pimblott. I'm the chair of trustees of a charity called The Space. We're based here in Cheddar Gorge, and what we do is to provide early interventive mental and emotional support for children from 4 years to 17 years, the families, the parents, and the community at large. It was part of our success. We've been so successful because as the number of trustees have grown, we've grown from 3 to 4 to 5 to now 6. And we've grown so quickly. We've all been focused on the operations and the detail and how to do what, when and where. And we've not been really focusing on how to be a trustee.
Maybe after a period of quite quick growth, it's getting into that sort of maturity period after starting off, and the way you start a charity and run it for the first few years is quite different as you build staff teams and sort of professionalize.
And we really need somebody like the Cranfield mentor to come into us and say, this is what a trustee looks like. This is what you should be doing in terms of a charter and strategic forward direction and a trustee oversight of operations. You need to come back from operations and be the sort of vision and the forward future and that umbrella that trustees should be. And we weren't and we still aren't, but we're making big strides to get there. Working with you was great because he brings that outside experience. He brings the experience that we don't have. Many of us have had in our working lives, our corporate lives, our past lives. We tend to forget that when we're retired and become trustees. And what Joel brings is active oversight.
So the volunteer Joel Rose that we selected is a chief exec of a voluntary sector organisation, has also been a chief exec of a national charity, so has a huge amount of skill and experience in terms of leading organisations through change and working effectively with boards.
And I think also having someone who's seen it all before is really useful. So, trustees of a lot of the charities I come across don't have the experience of other charities. Like my background is running charities, so I've seen it all before. And so you often feel like you are uniquely dysfunctional. Whereas actually for me to be able to come in and say, listen, everything you have said is very common in charities, like as you've seen. And these are the routes by which you can sort of navigate through it.
And it's that level of expertise. You can't buy that. Well, you can, but you pay a fortune for it.
What I'd hope it would do would be to help a new board be really clear and confident about their roles and responsibilities, feel supported in that to think about the future of the organisation going forward, but to work effectively with the senior management team and the chief exec and within themselves as a board.
If you don't have a board of trustees working together properly in giving that proper oversight, letting the operations team do their bit and leaving the trustees to do their bit in terms of strategy, oversight and thinking ahead, which is what Joel brought to us. We wouldn't have got there without Joel. We wouldn't have got there without Cranfield because we were too still down in detail.
I think what really helped them was the process of just consolidating all their thoughts, realizing that they're not the only ones sort of experiencing this, and being able to sort of plot and agree a simple sort of way forward. It's not rocket science, really.